Yo, what's goody YTBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So I just read an article where this man, Degale, calls the man Badou Jack a pussy. Why does he call him a punani? He calls the man a big poom poom cause the man James Degale said the man James Badou Jack came to England for Gervonta Davis fight versus Liam Smith last weekend, and he was talking all kind of greasy shit to the media, talking about James Degale is scared for a rematch versus Badou Jack because Badou Jack will end his career. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason he didn't want to fight him. And basically, the man Badou Jack also said, I beat the shit out of him, man. I knocked his teeth out. You check it, and I got his teeth in my pocket. And he said he's going to sell them on eBay for $2. You know what I mean? So, they fight was in, what? No, it wasn't. I'm bugging. I thought it was in Washington, D.C. That was their fight before, you know what I mean, when they both fought on the same card, where Lucien Bute fought Badou Jack and James Degale fought Porky Medina, you know what I mean? And, on the build-up, they seemed cordial, you know what I'm saying? They seemed cordial from Washington, D.C. when they was out by the monument, you know what I mean, where they were holding their flags, you know what I mean? Because pretty much that card that was in Washington, D.C. where these two guys fought on was basically like an international card, you know what I mean? And, on the real, I'm glad it came to D.C., but it didn't quite make sense why they would have a guy from Sweden, a guy of Swedish and African heritage in Badou Jack, James Degale, a guy from England, Lucien Bute, a guy from Romania via Canada, and Porky Medina, Rogelio Medina from Mexico. It didn't quite make sense why they had it in Washington, D.C., but maybe they were trying to be basically like ambassadors, because, Embassy Row is in Washington, D.C., and maybe trying to show an international heritage boxing night in the nation's capital. I don't know. But truth be told, that card didn't do too well at the D.C. Armory. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even go to it, you know what I mean? I just wasn't quite jazzed for this fight. Unless it was Badou Jack versus James Degale, I would have been in there like swimwear. But, the reason I made this video is because Badou Jack, you know what I'm saying? He said what he said about James Degale. James Degale basically said he's always had kind of false teeth, so that was nothing, you know what I mean? You check it, and he got his false teeth put back quick, fast, and in a hurry, and in the front of his dentures right there. And the man James Degale said, he was up on two of the three cards going into the 12th round from the judges, you know what I mean? And the only thing that James Degale did was perforate his eardrum, which is kind of serious, you know what I mean? You check it. I remember when Tyson with Razor Roddick, the man perforated his eardrum too. You check it. So that's not to play with, you know what I mean? But who do I side with? In my opinion, I thought that fight was a draw. I don't care what nobody says, dogs. That fight was a draw. Two of the three judges had it for James Degale going into that 12th round. That 12th round is where this guy fucked up, and I seen it coming. He was too cocky, too arrogant, and he thought he had the fight in the bag. Was fighting with his hands down, James Degale, that is, and he got put on the canvas. If it wasn't for that knockdown in the 12th, this guy would have won that fight on my card. I don't know. He probably would have won. He would have unified the belts, because on the real, two out of the three judges had him up on the scorecards going into the 12th. So the man would have definitely, in my opinion, unified them belts. You know what I'm saying? And basically, this man James Degale is saying Badou Jack is living off that draw. You know what I'm saying? And he's living off that draw, and he's basically, trying to make it look like he beat up James Degale. James Degale, when you look at it, he looks like he did take the thorough beating in the fight, from his face, perforated eardrum, missing teeth. But you got to watch the fight in its entirety, you know what I mean? They both did good work in there. It was almost an even fight, and that's why it actually ended up an even fight on my scorecard, because Badou Jack did get dropped too the first round, and them two knockdowns canceled each other out, you know what I mean? So, I'd love to see this fight, this rematch. Might happen at 175, because the man Badou Jack went up in weight, you know what I'm saying? James Degale needs to get his shit together, man, because there's a guy called David Benavidez in that super middleweight division, dogs. This guy Benavidez right now, I believe he'll beat James Degale. He'll put a thorough beating on him. But because the way the man David Benavidez been handling his opponents, especially Porky Medina. You know what I mean? He beat the shit out of Medina, man. You check it. Well, James Degale struggled with him. You know what I mean? And I know styles make fights. Maybe this guy Benavidez hasn't been quite tagged on the chin yet. Hasn't gone through adversity. I'm sure James Degale would try to make that his game plan if they did happen to fight. But yo, this guy's also like Zurdo, man, Gilberto Ramirez, who in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best, at 168, man. So if James Degale ain't leaving the division no time soon, there's a lot of players to fight, man. Callum Smith versus what's his name? Anthony Durrell gonna happen soon. You know, if the man Anthony Durrell does get sanctioned by the WBC after that fiasco in the MGM National Harbor Auction Hill, Maryland. And some nut-ass dude came on my comment section, matter of fact, man. Trying to be smart, man, trying to say, oh, Auction Hill is closer to fucking Virginia than it is DC. I had the Sun dude on the comment section. Sure enough, the National Harbor is on the waters, on the Potomac. Right across from Virginia when you cross that bridge. What is it? The George Washington Parkway or something? But doesn't Oxon Hill, Maryland fucking border D.C., Southeast D.C. and Southwest? Does it not? South Capitol, Indian Head Highway? It's right. It borders. So on the real, Oxon Hill, Maryland is right across the street from D.C. So I don't know what these clowns are talking about. Fellas always just want to throw their 2 cents in. The motherfucker probably not even from D.C. or Maryland area. He probably from Virginia, trying to represent like Oxon Hill might be part of Virginia. No, nigga, you gotta cross the river to reach Virginia. It might be right across the bridge, but hear what, brethren? What you call it? That joint is right there, Oxon Hill, Maryland borders. You ever heard of Eastover, South Capitol? Southeast, Southwest, right there on the borderline. You know what I'm saying? Oxon Hill Glass Manor, Indian Head Highway. You big dummies. Anyways, so this feud between Badou Jack and James Degale, man, is I'd love to see the rematch, you know what I mean? If it be at 175, don't matter to me. You check it, but I thought it was funny how this guy, James Degale, had to jump out the window, call that man a poom poom, you know what I mean? Call a man a pussy. And it was funny to me how Badou Jack said he still got his teeth in his pocket and he go sell them on eBay for $2. That shit was funny to me, you know what I mean? So y'all let me know what y'all think about this article. I'm going to leave the links in the description box. And let me know what y'all think about James Degale jumping out the window and calling this man out of his name. B Marsh Boxing, I'm out. Thanks for listening. Peace.